In 1783, the entire village of Black Hollow woke up to a silence no living ear should ever hear. No church bell, no footsteps, no voices. Only one sound echoed through the empty homes. A lantern, gently rocking, in the middle of the abandoned street. Inside every home, families were found with their eyes open, frozen, as if something had stolen the breath right out of their lungs, and the villagers whispered one thing: the lantern went dark last night. Black Hollow wasn't like other villages, surrounded on all sides by forests so dense they swallowed sunlight. The village relied on one ancient rule: when the lantern keeper walks the woods, do not look out your window. The lantern keeper appeared every night at sundown, a tall figure holding a glowing lantern walking the forest path that circled the village. The light never flickered, never dimmed, never stopped moving. Parents warned their children, if the lantern stops, something else walks. Most believed it was just a legend, but 17-year-old Elias Ward never believed legends. He believed in truth, and Black Hollow had too many secrets. Elias had always wondered why the keeper's lantern glowed an unnatural color. Not gold, but a pale, sickly green. He noticed the keeper's shadow stretch longer than it should. He noticed the keeper never spoke, never took supplies, never came into town. And most chilling of all, no one ever admitted to being the lantern keeper. Not once. The village elders claimed the keeper chooses himself. Elias had questions, too many questions. And questions in Black Hollow were dangerous, especially in late December, when the lantern burned brightest. One night, as snow fell silently, Elias heard scratching. Not on his door, not on his window, but beneath the floorboards, scratching, clawing, breathing. Then came the whisper, a whisper that sounded almost like his mother's voice. "Elias, open the window." He froze. His mother was asleep in the next room. This voice was behind his wall. Suddenly, the lantern outside flickered, just once, just enough to break a rule that had kept the village alive for centuries. Elias looked, and what he saw would haunt him long after he wished he'd gone blind. The lantern keeper wasn't human. The figure's spine was bent backward, its arms too long, its legs crooked like a broken marionette, its face blurred as though the forest hadn't finished sculpting it. The lantern wasn't lighting the woods. The lantern was containing something, and the keeper struggled every night to hold it back. Before we go deeper into this nightmare, if you love dark historical horror stories like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next, because the truth of Black Hollow is about to get worse. The next morning, Elias confronted the village elders. They tried to dismiss him until he said the one thing he shouldn't have. "I saw the keeper's face." Chairs scraped. Voices stopped. The oldest elder whispered, "No one sees the keeper and remains the same." Elias demanded answers. After a long silence, the elder revealed the truth. The lantern contained an ancient creature, a thing made of fog and hunger that fed on human breath. Centuries ago, the creature descended upon Black Hollow, killing entire households overnight. The villagers imprisoned it inside the lantern, but the lantern must be carried every night. If the lantern ever stopped moving, the creature slipped out, seeking lungs, seeking warmth, seeking life. Every year, a new villager was chosen to become the keeper, and this year, it was Elias's father. The lantern's light was dim, barely holding the creature inside. His father's back was hunched, his breath shallow, his hands trembling violently. "Father, please let me help you," Elias whispered. His father didn't turn. Instead, he whispered, "It's too strong tonight. Elias, run." But Elias didn't move, and the lantern went out. The forest exhaled, a single cold breath, and then hundreds of whispering voices filled the air. Something rose from the lantern, like smoke, but alive. It wrapped around Elias's throat. He felt it pressing, squeezing, tasting his breath. His father tackled him, ripping the thing away, but the creature consumed him instead. Elias watched his father's face twist, drain, and collapse into the snow. The lantern reignited. His father was gone, and Elias realized with crushing certainty he was the next lantern keeper. If the story has you hooked so far, don't forget to subscribe. There's a new horror world waiting for you in every video, and trust me, they only get darker. Elias returned to the village carrying the lantern. The elders welcomed him with sorrowful eyes. "You know what must be done," they said. For a moment, Elias felt the creature's hunger whisper inside the lantern, calling him, promising power. "Walk," the elders repeated. "Walk every night until the lantern chooses another." The next sundown, Elias stepped into the snow. The forest grew silent as he approached. The lantern glowed brighter, feeding on him now. Every step stole warmth from his bones. Every mile drained the color from his skin. His eyes blurred. His voice died. By dawn, he no longer felt human. He no longer remembered sunlight. He only remembered the hunger, not his own, the creature's. And it whispered to him, "If you stop walking, I will be free." Over the weeks, villagers noticed a change. The keeper's shadow stretched across rooftops. His footsteps echoed unnaturally. Windows frosted when he passed. And sometimes, just sometimes, he whispered back to the creature. The villagers feared the same thing Elias feared. What happens if the keeper becomes the creature? Then it went dark. A scream tore through the village. Children froze mid-breath. Doors slammed on their own. The creature seeped beneath thresholds, into walls, through chimneys. And Elias, now half human, half shadow, faced a choice. Let the creature consume the village or become its prison forever. He lifted the lantern. He breathed in sharply and pulled the creature inside himself, locking it within his own shadow. The lantern burst with green light, and Elias collapsed. When he rose, he wasn't Elias anymore. His spine bent, his limbs twisted, his face blurred like fog. He walked wordlessly into the forest, lantern in hand. And from that night on, the lantern keeper's shadow circled Black Hollow, never stopping, never sleeping, never speaking. If you ever wander near the old woods and see a pale green light swaying between the trees, do not look. Do not approach, and whatever you do, don't let the lantern go dark.